Okay guys, this is day 4 of the online assignments, and day 4 is all about word problems, which is your favorite, hence the frowny face. I know that you guys hate these, but it is what it is, and I made it a little bit easier. I only had one actual word problem that was it was a slope-intercept form problem. So that means for slope-intercept, you have to use y equals mx plus b in order to get your equation. So that means you need an m. Remember, m is the rate when we're talking about word problems. So that means you're looking for the number that has the word per, or each, or every, something that's describing a rate of some kind. And then b is the starting point. Normally, this is just the other number that kind of went along with the m. Normally, that's kind of like an initial cost of some kind, hint, hint, wink, wink, some kind of flat fee. Most of the time when we talk about word problems, we're talking about money. So the B normally in this case is some kind of, you know, it's this cost plus this much per something else. So B never changes, M depends on what you're going to be plugging into the equation. So for the problem that I have on here, this is what it says. It says an internet service provider charges $18 per month. I'm going to go ahead and underline that because that's a number. Plus an initial setup fee of $45. And I said that B is a starting point, which normally in problems is some kind of initial cost or flat fee. So that's going to be important. So we know that it's $18 per month with an initial fee of $45 to set up. They want us to write and solve a linear equation to find the total cost of internet for 2 months of service. So I'm going to underline 2 months and I'm going to circle cost because that's what we are looking for. So with our y equals mx plus b equation, I need a rate. And in this case, m is going to be the 18 because it says 18 per month. So 18 is m. And then B is going to be the 45 because that's the starting point. It's the initial cost plus 18 per however many months there's going to be. So once you have M and B, then you can go ahead and write your equation by plugging them in. So y equals 18x plus 45. So there's our equation. And then last but not least, we're going to have to plug something in. We're trying to find the cost for internet for 2 months of service. So I know that I'm going to have to plug that 2 in for either the X or Y. And we tell which one it's going to be by going back up here and looking at this per. It is 18 per month. So when I look down here, 18 per month, that means X is representing the number of months we're talking about. Whatever comes after per is what X represents. By default, if X is months, and that means Y has to be the thing that we're looking for. That's the cost. Normally in these problems, Y is always the total amount of money. So if I know that X is months, Y is cost, 2 is in months, so that means I can plug 2 in for X and then just simplify. So my cost is going to be 18, plug in 2 for X, plus 45. 18 times 2 is going to be 36, plus 45. Y is going to be 81. And since that is cost, my answer is $81. So the problem that is on Google Classroom is set up the same way. You have to have a rate, a starting point. You can write your equation. If you can figure it out in a different way, that's fine. You don't have to do it as formally as the way that I'm doing it. However, if you are completely lost on these and can't kind of figure it out in your own way, I would try to follow this method. The second question that was on there was just a past problem that was on a state test. I just kind of threw it in there just to see whether you guys could do it or not, so I don't want you to stress about that problem. I just want you to read it and try your best to try to figure out what you think the answer should be. I'm mostly worried about you being able to do something like this, what we've actually done in class. So like I said, if you have any other questions, please let me know. Email me, message me on Google Classroom. Bye.